Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Savannah, 25-year-old, living at home, dreams of being a housewife, and I'm gonna do this new series. It's called Building Up Your Home, and I kind of just want to share practical ways to serve your family at home and I just think we gotta bring back traditional living and values and taking care of your home and your family. And I kind of want to share my version of doing that. I'm not a wife yet, Lord, please. But I do have the best relationship with my parents. I don't work full time, like I don't work like 40 hours. I work probably like 35 hours because I work at a school. So I am the person that leaves latest and comes home earliest. So that gives me a lot of time to practice what I hope to be doing one day, which is to be a full-time housewife slash house mom, stay-at-home mom. So I kind of want to share the skills and routines that I have developed throughout my early 20s. I kind of started this routine when I was 20, and if you're not if you're still in your teens, I really wish that I would have started this earlier. And if you're my age or older, I hope that this can still inspire you and just give you ideas to help you kind of run your home a little more smoothly and simply. And remember that it's all for the glory of God. I think a lot of people, especially like, and no offense, but that's not really something that I aspire to be, but I know like the girl bosses and those types of women think it's degrading to clean your home or to have the desire to serve your family. My opinion, I think, you are so replaceable in any company that you work at, and I think it's more degrading to want to keep going higher and higher for a boss who truly doesn't really care about you. You're replaceable everywhere except in your home, and that's why one day I hope to have lots and lots of children, and that way I can teach them these things and I can be able to raise up good, godly Christian children, because I think that's what the world needs more of right now. Yeah, so I hope that this little series can inspire you, and if you have any ideas of what kind of routines you'd like to see that I do, I'm going to be focusing on the kitchen today because everybody eats, so that's a good skill to have and learn. And the Bible verses that this whole series will be based on are Colossians 3:23, and whatsoever ye do, do it heartily as to the Lord and not unto men. Proverbs 14:1, every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. Proverbs 31:27, she looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. And Titus 2:5, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed. And just to be clear, I would love to be a housewife one day. I don't think that you're a bad Christian if you're not a housewife. My mom is not a housewife. She is a nurse, and that's where God placed her in her calling in her life. But I do think it's very vital, and I think a lot of things went wrong in the world when women left the home and left their children to be parented and raised by strangers. I think a lot went wrong when that happened. So I do think it's very important for mothers to be very present in their children's lives. And for me personally in my life, I do have the desire and believe that God would want me to stay at home with the children that I pray He would give me very soon after giving me a husband, please. Yeah, so while I wait for that, I just am sort of preparing myself. That way, I'm not just like bombarded with like a whole new like now gotta be a wife thing when that time comes for me. I've just been preparing all along. So I'm just gonna be sharing that with you today. So first thing I'm gonna be sharing is planning the meals for the week. So the way that it works in my family is we don't really eat breakfast except on the weekends. So I only have to worry about lunch and dinner. For lunch, I will wake up and I have everything prepped. So lunch is pretty much the same. It'll be a sandwich, fruit and boiled eggs. That's pretty much the lunch for my parents and myself. My sister does not eat lunch, so depending on how productive I'm feeling, I will either do it the night before, which is always the better choice. But usually I will just wake up early and just pretty much put together the lunch because I already have the eggs boiled and the fruit washed for the week. That's the way that I kind of meal prep. And then for dinners, I will come up with the menu. The more practice that you have cooking for your family, the more you will see what they like, what they don't like, and don't take it personally, okay? It's just food. I have learned throughout the years of cooking for my family that they do not like mojarras, if you know what mojarra is. Maybe I just didn't cook it right, but there are some dinners where they'll just straight up not eat. So I'm like, okay, I'm not making that again. So I kind of already know the staples of what are successful meals with my family and what aren't. And if your family is willing, because mine isn't, to tell you what they want, like I'm always like, okay, any requests for dinner, any suggestions, and they're just kind of like whatever, you know. So for my family, it's always for dinner, it's a protein, a vegetable, and a carb. I pretty much come up with the menu and know what they like and what they don't like. A lot of our repeats are for vegetables or zucchini, bell peppers, any type of salad. For other sides, it's usually like potatoes, a macaroni, fruit as a side. So yeah, we do try to eat healthy. So for this week, I will show you the exact meal plan that I came up with. So, and again, I only plan for dinners because for lunch, it's the same. So for Monday, yesterday, we had chicken, corn, and potatoes. For today, which is Tuesday, we will have shredded chicken. And also, a lot of times you have to, I usually will, it depends when I will schedule the grocery order to be delivered, because most weekends we do eat out, so there will be leftovers, and I kind of will incorporate that into the week. That way that food doesn't go to waste. Another thing with wasting food, I do obviously never want to waste food. You will learn how much your family eats the more you cook for them. So you'll be able to adjust the portions that you cook accordingly. I used to cook so much, and then there would be so much food that go to waste because they wouldn't eat it. So now I kind of know, okay, like this person eats about this much, and then you don't have too many leftovers for the most part. But anyways, back to this weekend. We got a Sam's Club rotisserie chicken. It's full, so I'm gonna make that for dinner today. It's already made, thank the Lord. And then I'm just gonna have a salad and rice as a side. And then for Wednesday, we will do steak, a wonton soup. So this is actually a new thing that I'm trying out. I went to PF Chang's like a week and a half ago, and I tried the wonton soup, and I'm obsessed with it. So I'm gonna be doing like my own little version of that, but basically the goal is just like a soup. And then for side, I actually just got the pre-made chow mein from PF Chang's. Or is it PF Chang's? Let me see. No, it's this one. It's, I don't know, I just got it at Walmart. And look, I used to be very crunchy, and like I would never feed my family pre-made food, but yeah, I do feel like I've been repetitive with my meals, so I just wanted to change it up somehow. Like I know if I make the chow mein, it's not gonna taste the same. It's just getting it. So and then Thursday we just have simple burgers and fries, and then Friday we're doing a rice, salad, and salmon as protein. That's basically how I plan the meals. And then for meal prep, let me show you. So whoa, my fridge looks so messy. It's just full, praise God. So these are the boiled eggs for the week. I will boil them and peel them. That way in the morning when I'm preparing the lunches, I literally just get 2 eggs and I'll put them in the lunchbox. So then in the morning, the only preparing I'm doing is I'm making sandwiches. So it's really quick and easy. Now for prepping my fruit, what I will do, so I haven't done these, I saved it just so I could show you, is I will cut off the stems from all the strawberries, wash them, wash the bin, and then the bin or the container, and I will put them in here. So these will be ready to go and ready to eat. Something that I will tell you is that boys eat a lot, so it's always good to have just a lot of ready foods. So So for like the cherries, I would take off all the stems, have them washed and ready. That way it's just easy to open up and grab. That's kind of like that's why people like convenience food so much, because it's just easy to grab and go. So if you have that with healthy foods, there's no excuse as to why there's no healthy options available to be eaten, because they're all prepped for you. And the other thing I think is also a good little touch is to just set your table real nice. So I like to put a napkin, a fork, and a plate in the placemat, and that just makes everything look a little more put together. Also, when your family comes home, a really nice thing to do is to have a good smell. So I always make sure the entrance is clean, like meaning like vacuumed and mopped, and there's a candle lit. That way they can come home to like a calm ambiance instead of chaos, and to a dinner that's ready for them to eat.